Hey, welcome back. You're quite late tonight. What happened? Did you have to do some overtime or something?
Yeah, I did. There's a big project that we're working on right now, and the deadline is fast approaching. We can't afford to be late, so we had to stay back a bit today.
Is this just a once-off kind of thing? Or will you have to stay late again until the project is done? What's the timeline on the project like? I hope it's not too long.
I will probably have to pull some late shifts a few more times, or a couple of times a week, but it will hopefully not be the case every single night. The project will be done at the end of next month if all goes well. And I hope it does go well. I don't think I will be able to survive doing this every night. I'm already feeling completely dead tired.
That sucks. I hope they don't make you do that either.
But I'll tell you one thing. What I don't want to do is have to come home after a long shift like that and find the house looking like this. What the hell is this mess? Didn't you clean anything up today? There's dishes in the sink, crap all over the couch, the table is a mess. What have you been doing all day? Couldn't you have gotten this done before I came home?
Hey, I work too, you know. I was busy with some important stuff.
And did you have to work a late shift like I did?
No, I came home a few hours ago.
Exactly. So you should have done some of this in those few hours instead of sitting around doing nothing. What? Did you just sit down and watch TV the whole time?
Brad, calm down for a minute. I couldn't do it today, that's all. You know that I usually do it when I can.
Why couldn't you do it today then? I'm exhausted and I don't want to have to look at this pigsty.
Calm down and take a seat, okay? I have something important that I need to tell you.
What? What's going on, Tina? I don't have the energy to be talking about some nonsense right now. Can't this wait until later?
No, it can't wait. Trust me.
What is it then? Get it out already.
Brad? I'm pregnant. We're having a baby.
Wait. What? Are you serious? Tina, you're not joking with me right now, are you? Please don't tell me that this is a joke.
It's not a joke, Brad. I really am pregnant.
Oh my god. This is fantastic. Come here and let me kiss you. When did you find this out? Don't tell me that you have been keeping it a secret from me.
I haven't, I promise. I only found out myself today, to be honest. You know how I had been telling you that I wasn't feeling well? Especially in the mornings?
Yeah, I remember. But you said that you just weren't sleeping well, didn't you?
Yeah, but think about it. Being sick, in the mornings. It was morning sickness all along.
God, that makes sense now. I wouldn't have even thought about that.
It didn't cross my mind either until I kind of mentioned it to Sarah from work, and she told me that I should take a pregnancy test. I didn't think that there was any chance of me actually being pregnant, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to check just in case. And then the test was positive. That's why I couldn't do any of the cleaning today. I was just so overwhelmed by the idea of having a baby that I was just sitting here on the couch waiting for you to come home. I know that it's silly, but I just couldn't bring myself to do anything. I didn't even make any dinner. Sorry.
Oh, who cares about that? We're having a baby! I need to call my parents. This is just insane news to hear. You know, I was feeling so damn tired after work, but now I feel like a new man.
I'm so glad that you're taking it this well. I was hoping that you would be as excited as I am about this.
Excited? I'm over the moon at this news. Of course I am taking this well. This is a dream come true. We're finally going to start a family. So, what are you going to do about work? Are you going to go on maternity leave? Or keep working? Have you thought about it at all yet? There are so many things that we need to think about now.
I thought about it a little bit, but nothing has been decided just yet. I think I will keep working there for a while. Maybe for the next few months. I don't want to just sit home the whole time. But then, as the pregnancy progresses, I will take leave and try to take it easy. I'll see how things go and decide later on the details.
Of course, of course. There's no need to decide that sort of thing right now.
But, Brad, you know that you will have to help me more around the house as time goes on, yeah? I won't be able to do it all on my own anymore.
Of course I know that. Why do you even need to tell me?
Well, because you got angry just before because I didn't clean up.
Oh, that? I was just in a bad mood from work. I'm sorry about that. But don't worry. I will do everything I can to help you when the time comes. Have you told anyone else about the news yet? Do your parents know?
No, I haven't told anyone else yet. I wanted you to be the first one to find out about it.
Okay, so I'm going to call my mom now. You should call your parents too and fill them in. After we do that, let's decide on some takeaways so that we don't have to cook. How does that sound?
Sounds like a great plan. Let's do it.
Tina! Good afternoon. Do you have a second to talk to me right now?
Sure, Catherine. It's my day off and I am not doing anything. What can I help you with?
Perfect! That's just what I wanted to hear. You know that David is in the hospital again, right?
Brad told me about it. It's his kidneys playing up again, isn't it? How is he doing? Will he be in there for long this time?
He's not doing terribly, but obviously he's not doing the best either. He's been there for a few days now, and he might be there for at least another week. But it could be more. They're going to monitor him and see how his condition progresses.
I see. Well, I hope he recovers quickly this time. He was in there for a while last time he got hospitalized, wasn't he?
I don't think it's as bad as the last time. At least I pray it isn't.
Do they know what's happening with him? Was there a flare-up in his condition?
They think that it's most likely his diet. That was what happened before, but he has been pretty good recently about controlling what he eats. But sometimes it's hard for him to say no to something that he knows he shouldn't eat. It's most likely that he has been eating too much salt and now he's there again.
I understand. It must be hard for him to limit his food like that. David was always such a gourmet.
He was, and this is the one thing that he really struggles with more than anything else. I'm sure that he must have been sneaking some snacks while I wasn't looking. I have been very strict with him ever since he ended up in the hospital last time. Anyway, what I wanted to ask you today was if you could do me a favor.
A favor? I guess so. What is it that you need me to do?
Well, since David is in the hospital, there have been a few chores around the house that have been piling up without him there to take care of it. He usually does some of the heavy lifting type of things, and I just can't do them on my own. I'm getting old, you know. So since you said that you're not doing anything today, I was wondering if you could come and help me with them instead. So, what do you think? Can you spare some free time to come and help an old lady out?
I guess that wouldn't be too much of a problem. What is it exactly that you need me to do for you?
There was some furniture that needed moving around so that we can clean behind it, but it's too heavy for me. And it would be nice if you could mow the lawn while you're here as well. I have never been able to work that mower of his. It needs some real force to be pushed through the grass at times. You're younger and stronger than me, though, so it shouldn't be a problem for you at all.
Wouldn't it be better to ask Brad to help you out with that sort of thing? I mean, he's far stronger than me and would probably be done way quicker.
Oh, but it's his day off of work, honey. I can't interfere with his rest. He told me that he has been working long hours recently and can only relax on the weekends now. I know that you will also be leaving work soon, so I thought it would be better to ask you for this favor instead. Besides, I haven't seen you in person since I heard the big news. I would love to be able to congratulate you in person.
That's very sweet of you, Catherine. And you're right that Brad has been working long hours these days. He does deserve a break, especially while he can have one. Sure, I can help you out today. But I do have to say that I won't be able to do this for you in the future anymore. As you know, I am pregnant, and I don't want to be lifting or moving anything heavy. This time is fine, but it will probably be the last time for a while.
Of course, of course. Don't you worry yourself about that. David will be back home soon enough as well, and I won't even need to ask you for help anyway. When do you think you will be able to come by? The sooner the better, I think. I would like everything done before dinner time.
Just give me 20 minutes to get myself together and dressed, and then I will be out of the door. I can probably get to yours in just under an hour. Does that sound okay?
It's fine, but don't be too slow, please. There's lots of things that need doing.
I'll try to be there as fast as I can. I'll see you soon.
Hey, Tina. Looks like someone's ready to embark on an exciting new journey. How you feeling? You haven't been getting too sick or anything, have you?
Oh, Sarah! I'm feeling a whirlwind of emotions. It's my last day here, and then it's maternity leave for me. I'm both nervous and excited about what lies ahead. Mainly excited, though. I just can't believe this is happening.
Congratulations, Tina. We're really going to miss you around here, though. Who will we gossip with during lunch breaks?
Thank you, Annie. I'll miss our lunchtime chats, too. But don't worry, I'm sure you'll find someone else to spill the tea with. Plus, we can always catch up outside of work. It's not like we will never see each other again. And I will be back before you know it.
So, you will be back to work here then? You're not just going to run off on us and become a stay-at-home mom, are you?
Oh, I don't think so. I wouldn't feel quite right if I wasn't working at least a little bit. I will have to see how things pan out later, though. It's always hard to make a decision about the future too early in advance.
Absolutely. You still have time and you don't want to rush into anything either. We'll still be here, though. And speaking of catching up, have you thought of any baby names yet? Or is it still a work in progress?
Oh, the baby names. It's been quite the debate between me and my partner. We've been going back and forth for ages. We're leaning towards classic names like Emily or Benjamin. But who knows? It might change again tomorrow. We're holding off on finding out about whether the baby will be a boy or a girl just yet. So instead, we kind of have some lists of names in the works.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun! And then you have something even more to look forward to. Another surprise when you finally get to meet your little one. Classic names are always a safe bet, too. They never go out of style. But have you considered any unique or unconventional names? You know, something that stands out.
That's a great point, Annie. We did toy with the ideas of more unique names like Luna or Jasper. We wanted something that reflects our individuality and the uniqueness of our little one. It's a tough decision. But at the same time, we wanted to steer clear of anything too out there, like these celebrity names that have been getting stranger and stranger.
I totally get it. Those names are just way too out there for me as well. I mean, it's like they just point to a random page in the dictionary and choose the most random thing ever. Like, I get wanting to be different, but there is such a thing as too different. I sometimes feel bad for the kid getting those types of names. You want it to be meaningful, but also something that your child will love and appreciate as they grow up. It's a big responsibility.
Right? Why can't these celebrities understand that?
I hope their kids don't get bullied when they're growing up.
Exactly, Sarah. We want a name that carries significance and sounds right to us. We have been researching names with cultural ties or strong symbolic meanings. It's been quite fun.
Well, whatever name you decide on, I'm sure it will be perfect for your little bundle of joy. And hey, if you need any help or suggestions, we're just a text away.
Thank you, Annie. I appreciate your support. It's nice to know that I can always get some help if I feel stuck about it. I'll definitely reach out if I need some brainstorming assistance.
Of course, Tina. We're here to help in any way we can. And hey, don't forget to take care of yourself during the maternity leave. Rest up, pamper yourself, and enjoy this special time before the baby arrives. You know you won't be getting too much time like that when they're here.
I'll do my best to take care of myself and relax. Self-care will be crucial during these last few months. I have heard so many stories about sleepless nights and exhaustion, so I'll make sure to rest up.
Oh, the sleepless nights are no joke, Tina. But trust me, it's all worth it when you see that little face and hold your baby in your arms. The love you'll feel is indescribable.
I can only imagine, Annie. I'm so nervous and filled with anticipation about becoming a parent. I wonder if I am ready, but at the same time, I feel like I will be a great mom. It's such a life-altering experience, and I'm grateful to have friends like you to share it with.
We are grateful to have you as a friend too, Tina. You've brought so much joy and laughter into this office. It won't be the same without you, but we understand that this is an exciting new chapter for you.
Thank you both so much. Your support means the world to me. I promise to keep you updated and bring the baby for visits once they're here. It's a little bittersweet saying goodbye, but I'm looking forward to this new chapter of my life.
We'll be counting the days until your return, Tina. Take care. Congratulations again. And enjoy every moment of this incredible journey. Wait, before you run off, is your husband helping you out with the preparations around the house?
Well, he promised he would, but honestly, he hasn't been as proactive as I hoped. I have been doing most of the organizing and setting up the nursery myself. But now that I am going on leave and I'm more obviously pregnant, I have faith that he'll step up. Fingers crossed. It's becoming more and more real for both of us, you know? I'm sure he will come around. You know, sometimes it takes a little while for partners to fully grasp the reality of impending parenthood. Give him some time, Tina. I'm sure he'll come around and start to help you. Where have you been, Brad? What the hell? You reek of alcohol! It's after midnight! What were you doing all night?
I was just out for some drinks with some buddies of mine. What are you getting so worked up about?
Did you forget that I'm pregnant, Brad? With your baby? You told me that you were going to spend more time with me and help around the house after I went on leave. You still haven't done any of that. It's not fair.
What's the big deal? I said that I would help once you took leave and things were getting harder for you to do because of your belly. That hasn't happened yet.
Today was my last day of work. It has happened. I'm on leave from now on.
Was that today? You didn't tell me that. I didn't think that was happening for some time yet.
Yes, I did. I told you that a ton of times. How did you forget about it?
Well, I just forgot about it, okay? And it's your first day of leave. Or tomorrow is, anyway. Cut me some slack here. It's not like you needed me there or anything. I would have had the same day otherwise.
I'm reminding you of what you promised me when I told you that I was pregnant. I won't be able to do everything on my own anymore. You're supposed to be there to help me through this. My friends at work were asking me about how you were helping me, and all I could tell them was that I hope you would start helping soon.
I will start helping soon. This is just one night. You're acting as though I'm out drinking all the time or something. Why do you need to talk about me to your friends? This has nothing to do with them. You don't need to badmouth me to others, you know.
I'm not saying anything bad about you. But they asked, so I answered them. I just want to be able to tell people that you're being wonderfully supportive. And I know that it's not every night, but it has been more often than before. First you were coming home late because you had that big project. Now you're coming home late because you have been out drinking. You didn't even help me set up the nursery.
I told you that it was still too early to set it up. I would have helped if you weren't rushing to do it. The baby isn't due for months into the future, and you're already obsessing about the nursery. You're going to work yourself up into a frenzy if you keep this up. I've been stressed because of all the late nights that I had to work before. I need to blow off some steam every now and then. I still have a life outside of the home. I don't see why I have to be back every night. I don't have a curfew or anything. I'm a grown man.
You are a grown man, so I would like to see you have some responsibility for things that are happening in our lives. You're going to be a father soon. You promised that you would help me around the house. You need to keep that promise.
It was just a few beers, Tina. Relax already. I will help you. But I don't need to hear this from you just because I come home a little later than normal. Was there even anything that you needed me to do?
Not in particular, but I still want to spend time with you as well. I feel like we barely see each other nowadays. It's gotten even less since I told you about the baby. I thought you were excited to be a dad.
I am excited to be a dad. But what am I supposed to do right now? The baby isn't coming for months and months still. I can't be a dad without a child, you know.
You can still do your best to make me feel comfortable, though. I don't want to have to go through this alone. You shouldn't be prioritizing going out for drinks over me.
Who said anything about prioritizing drinking over you? You just said yourself that there is nothing in particular that you wanted help from me with today. What would have been the point of coming home early today, then?
I just wanted you to be here since I have left work. It feels like this is the next step for me on the journey to being a mother. I wanted you here with me.
Then tell me that. I can't read your mind, and I told you that I forgot that this was your last day of work. Look, I'm tired now. We can talk about this tomorrow if you want to keep at it. But we won't get anywhere right now. I will be there for you. Today was just one day I needed to myself. I'm going to bed now. I'll see you in the morning.
Morning, Tina. I left some stuff out on the porch for you. Please go take them to David in the hospital when you get the chance.
But make sure that they're there before lunchtime. I made David something special so he doesn't have to choke down that hospital food. I'm sure that it will really cheer him up to see you as well. Thanks!
Hold on a second, Catherine. Why do I have to do this? You can't just drop this on me last minute. Can't you do this yourself? There's a lot of stuff here. And I told you that I wouldn't be able to help you all of the time anymore now that I am pregnant. I need to try to relax and look after myself and the baby.
Brad told me that you're on leave at work right now, so I figured you have a lot of free time. It didn't look like such a big deal to ask you to go and see your father-in-law who is sick and in the hospital. You know that David would have done this for you. Is this really that much to ask of you to do? It's not like I'm always asking you for things, and this is important.
That's not the point. It's not that I don't want to do it for David. It's that you're dropping this on me without any warning. I told you that this wouldn't be happening, and you agreed on that.
You said that you wouldn't be able to help all of the time. That means that you can still help out from time to time, doesn't it? And this is just one small favor. Run down to the hospital, say hi to David, give him the stuff, and maybe spend some time with him. Do you have anything better to do than that today anyway?
Then why don't you do it if you say it's such a small task? David is your husband after all. You should be taking extra care of him while he is laid up in the hospital.
I can't do it today. I'm really busy. I have to catch up with some friends for coffee. We haven't seen each other for a long time and I need to fit this in. You know how it is. It's important to see friends from time to time too. Even for an old lady like me.
You can't visit your husband in the hospital because you're catching up with friends for coffee? Are you serious, Catherine? Don't you think that something like that could be put off until later?
What's wrong with that? Do you want me to be all alone and isolated in my old age? Do you want to stop me from socializing with my friends? I didn't think that you were such a cruel woman, Tina. I am surprised at you.
That's not what I am saying at all. Can't you take the things after?
No, because then I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself. I would keep thinking about how I have something that needs doing. Surely you can understand something like that, can't you? I really didn't think you would be so resistant to helping me.
Oh, whatever. Fine, I will take these things to David this time. But I really mean it when I say that I can't just be running errands all the time for you, Catherine. I need to keep relaxed as this pregnancy progresses. Surely you can understand me. You've gone through this before.
I have gone through it before. Twice. Now say hi to David for me. Oh, and maybe don't mention that I'm out for coffee. He might get upset about it. Just tell him that I was feeling under the weather, so I sent you instead. That will work nicely.
Sure, Catherine. I will do that.
Thanks, Tina. Bye now. I gotta run.
Hello, David. How are you feeling? Are you doing okay?
Oh, Tina. It's so nice to see you. I didn't expect you to be coming in today. Where's Catherine?
Oh, well, she was feeling a little under the weather, so I am here to drop some things off instead of her. Here they are. Should I leave them just here?
Yeah, just drop them somewhere around there. Thank you for taking the time to do that. What's wrong with Catherine? Did she get sick? Is she okay?
Oh, she will be fine. She's just not feeling at her best. I'm sure she will be right as rain before long, though.
That's good to hear. Look at the two of us. I'm in the hospital and she's laid up in bed at home. This is what age does to you, I guess.
I guess so. So, David, how much longer do they expect to keep you here?
It shouldn't be long now before I am allowed back home. It's getting annoying having to come back here so often. It's becoming more and more common these days, even though I swear I keep following what the doctors tell me to do.
Is there anything else that you can do for your condition?
The main thing is just clean eating and balancing what I do eat. This time, I thought I was eating all of the right foods, but it turns out too much of even something that's considered healthy can be bad for me. My kidneys aren't flushing things out of my blood as they should. Can you believe that too many bananas can actually be bad?
Really? That's shocking to me. I thought the potassium was good for everything.
It is if your body is functioning normally. Turns out too much potassium in the blood can also be dangerous for a person. Well, I found that one out the hard way. But enough about me. I will be fine. How is the baby doing?
Everything seems to be fine. I've had a few checkups and everything is as it should be. His belly is starting to get in the way, though. I suppose it's going to get even bigger from now on.
Ah, that's right. But it's also a sign that the baby is growing as they should.
I know, I'm not really complaining.
How is Brad then? I hope he is making sure to help you out around the house. You can't be doing everything on your own now that there is a baby on the way.
Yeah, he is doing well. Let's say that he has promised to lend a hand.
Okay, well, he had better. Otherwise, you better tell me and I will sort him out for you.
Thanks, David. I will keep that in mind.
Anytime, Tina, anytime. Look, thanks again for coming by with these things for me. But I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty on your plate right now.
Thanks, David. I hope you get better soon. I will tell Brad that you said hi.
That would be great. Thanks again.
Brad, I need to talk to you.
What is it this time? I'm home on time, aren't I? What do you have to complain about this time?
That's not what this is about. I didn't say anything about it being about you. Why are you getting so defensive?
Oh, it's not about me. You always come at me with something recently. I thought you were going to have another go at me. What is it that you need to talk to me about then?
It's about your mom. I don't like the way she's been acting towards me recently.
What do you want about? If it's not me, it's my mom that you're having a go at. Can't you just stop finding fault in everything that people do?
Why are you defending her like that? I didn't even tell you what she did. Why are you taking her side automatically without even waiting to hear me out?
Because I know that it's going to be something small. Listen, it's probably just your hormones acting up and making you upset.
That's not what's going on. Just sit down and actually listen to what I have to say first.
Okay, fine. What is it then? What did you do?
So, a while back, she asked me to come over and help her out when David was in the hospital.
Yeah, okay. And what's wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with that on its own. I was happy to help and I went over on my day off to lend a hand. But at that time, I told her that I won't just be able to drop things to help her anymore now that there is a baby on the way. Don't you think that sounds reasonable?
I guess so. And what? Is that it?
No, that's not it. Let me finish. Well, today, she texted me this morning and told me that she had left some stuff on the porch that she wanted me to bring to David since he's back in the hospital. She didn't even give me a heads up or anything. Just dropped the things outside and told me to do it as though I have no choice.
Okay. So she wanted you to visit my dad in the hospital. What's so bad about that? It's not a bad idea to go say hi every now and then. You know, he's probably getting sick of having to be there so often.
That's not the point that I am trying to make. There's nothing wrong with going to visit him. But she's acting as though I am an errand girl for her. She's acting as though I have to do it. She doesn't ask me for a favor or tell me in advance. Just drops some things off and tells me that I need to go there by lunchtime. Don't you see anything wrong with that?
I mean, not really. It's not like it's hard or it takes a long time to go and see him. The hospital isn't that far away from where we live.
If it's not hard, then she should do it herself. It would be one thing if she asked me to come along with her. That would have been fine. I would have been happy to do so.
Well, maybe she was really busy with something else and needed you to do this one thing for her.
She wasn't busy at all. She told me that she was just going to catch up with some friends for coffee.
That's still important for my mom to do, you know. She doesn't see her friends as often anymore. You know that happens when people get older.
But she didn't have to drop this task on me out of nowhere. My point is that if it was important enough that this stuff got to David today and she had to get someone to do it, then she should have done it herself. She could have gone before or after her coffee plans. You said yourself that it doesn't take very long to get there. But instead, she palmed it off to me. I'm pregnant, Brad. I shouldn't be running errands for people.
It's not a random errand for some random person, though, is it? My mom asked you to visit my dad in the hospital. What's the big deal about that? It's not like you had to go to work or anything. You're just sitting at home now that you took leave.
The whole point of me taking leave was that I was supposed to relax and prepare for the baby that is on the way. Did you forget about that?
How could I forget about it when you bring it up every 30 seconds? You've been really emotional since you broke the news to me. I know that this is a big change that will be coming into our lives, but that's not for a while yet. I really don't see why you're making such a big fuss over something like this.
I just don't like how she thinks that I owe her favors or whatever it is she thinks. I have never minded helping her out before. I just want people to respect my boundaries this time around. This is a difficult time for me, and it's getting more tiring to even move around as it is. I want you to talk to her and just let her know that she shouldn't expect me to be doing this sort of thing for her at the drop of the hat.
Do I really need to do that? If you don't like it, then why not talk to her yourself?
I tried to mention it today, but she seemed to take it the wrong way. I'm not trying to start a fight with her or anything like that. I just want her to give me a bit of space and not drop things on me like this. She will listen to you better than she listens to me. I'm not asking you to make a big fuss about it. I just want you to mention it to her in passing. Can you do that for me? Please?
All right. I will do it later. I don't see the point of it, though. Anyway, did you make dinner yet?
Yeah, it's on the stove. Let's go eat. Don't forget to talk to her about this, though.
I got it already. I will say something about it next time I talk to her.
Tina! How's it going? Hope you're doing well.
Listen, I have a big favor that I need to ask you to do for me.
Really, Catherine? Again? I told you that I can't be doing favors for you all the time right now.
Don't be like that. This one is really important, okay? David is coming back from the hospital today.
Oh, really? He's doing better then? That's a relief to hear.
Yeah, at least he is well enough to leave and come home. He can't go to work, though. At least not for another week or so. Anyway, I wanted to make sure that he had a nice lunch and dinner to come home to when he comes back. I think he said he will be home at around 2 p.m. today. So I want you to pop over to our house and cook him up some food. Remember that he has all of these restrictions these days, so it's important that you cook the right thing.
Catherine, that's way too much work for me. I don't know what he is allowed to eat and what he isn't. I might make a mistake and he will get sick again. This is something that you should be doing. You're his wife.
Don't worry about a thing. I already bought all of the ingredients and wrote up some recipes for you. It's nice and simple, and you won't have to worry about putting anything in there that he can't eat as long as you follow the recipe.
Why didn't you just do this yourself if you went to the trouble of buying the food and writing up recipes for me? That probably took longer than it would have taken you to cook it.
I'm not at home at the moment, and I probably won't be back until late tonight.
Why not? Where are you?
A friend of mine offered to drive me upstate to a winery. They were already going with their husband, and they asked if I would like to tag along.
You're going to a winery on the day that David is getting discharged from the hospital? Why don't you cancel the trip? Isn't your husband more important?
I had already made the plans, and I didn't know that he would be coming back. I only found out about it last night. Even he didn't know when he was being released. That's not my fault.
You could have still canceled if you found out yesterday.
I haven't left town for what feels like years at this point. I can't give this chance up. And anyway, we're in the car on our way right now. I can't just ask my friend to turn the car around and take me home now, can I?
Catherine, you can't make me keep doing things like this.
This is for David! Imagine how he would feel if he has to come home from the hospital and there is no one there to meet him and there is nothing that he can eat either.
Then you should be the one there to meet him. That's what you should be doing and not me.
This is just something small. Cook your father-in-law some food. I'm not asking you to move mountains for him. Anyway, I left the key under the mat so you can go right in. Everything is in the fridge, and there is a note on the table that explains what you should cook and what he is and isn't allowed to eat. Thanks again, and I will see you later.
Catherine! Welcome home, David. It's great to see you back home and out of the hospital. How are you feeling today?
Tina? What are you doing here? I'm doing fine, though. But where's Catherine? Sorry, I don't mean to sound rude or anything. I was just surprised to see you here instead of her.
Don't worry about it, David. I can imagine that you are surprised. Oh, she went away for the day. Didn't she tell you that?
You mean she went to the winery after all? I thought that maybe she would have canceled that since she knew I was coming home.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. But she still ended up going. She said something about not being able to cancel it on her friends, I guess. But let's not think about that right now. Take a seat. I've made you some lunch. You must have been getting sick of all the hospital food, right? I hope you're hungry.
I sure was getting sick of it. It's not all that bad, but it does get tiring eating the same sort of thing over and over again. Actually, the worst thing is probably not being able to eat in your own home. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but there's something about it.
I can understand that. Take a seat and let me plate some up for you.
Thanks, Tina. Are you not going to join me?
I don't really feel hungry right now, to be honest. You know, my appetite has been fluctuating a lot with the baby.
I see. Well, I'll tuck in on my own then. It's really nice of you to have gone out of your way to do this for me. This is delicious. What's up with that look? Is everything okay?
It's nothing really. Catherine asked me this morning to come and cook for you.
Oh, you didn't volunteer for this then, I gather. I'm sorry that you had to go out of your way for me in this way.
I'm afraid not. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind cooking for you or anything like that. But just between you and me, I don't like that she didn't tell me in advance or really ask me to do it. She just tells me to do it.
I'm sorry about that, honey. She can be a bit bossy sometimes, but don't tell her I said that. I'd be in real trouble if she heard me say that.
Don't worry about a thing. Your secret is safe with me. It happened again, Brad. You need to do something about this. I'm being serious.
What did? What happened again?
Your mom! She again asked me to do something for her with no notice. This time I had to go to her house and cook food for your dad, who, by the way, is back from the hospital.
Oh, well, that's nice of you to do that for my dad. How is he doing then?
That's not what I am saying at all. I told you that I didn't like it when she tries to force me to do these things.
She's not forcing you to do anything. You could have said no if you're so against it. It's not like she held a gun to your head and actually made you do anything that you didn't want to do.
Obviously, she didn't do that. Don't be obnoxious. You know exactly what I mean. And I do try to say no to her, but she doesn't listen. Instead, she guilt trips me about how sad it would be for David to come home and find the place empty. And I do feel bad imagining that happening. He doesn't deserve to be on his own. He should be happy coming home and be met with someone he knows. But it should be his wife meeting him, not me. If she really felt sorry for him being at home on his own, then she would have made a point to be there for him when he got back. You were supposed to talk to her about this sort of thing. You told me that you would. So, did you? Did you even mention it to her like I asked you to do?
Well, about that. I haven't had the chance to do it yet.
What do you mean you didn't have a chance? You just have to talk to her for 5 minutes about it. That's all it would have taken. Couldn't you have found just a few minutes to bring it up?
Well, I just didn't get around to it yet. I didn't do it on purpose, for God's sake. I didn't think I had some deadline that I had to meet with this. You just told me to do it at some point, and I was planning on doing it.
You never do the things that you say that you will. I didn't give you a time frame because that would have been ridiculous. I thought that I could trust you to sort it out. You told me that you would talk to her and you didn't. You told me that you would help me around the house and you never do. And you don't just say these things. You promised me that you would help. It's important to keep your promises, otherwise how am I supposed to trust what you say?
Oh, here we go again. I'm always the bad guy around here, aren't I? I take a little bit too long to do one thing that you asked me to do, and now the accusations are flying as though I did this out of malice.
I'm just saying that you're not holding up your end of the deal. I thought that the further along in the pregnancy that I got, that you would finally get your act together and help. But that's not the case at all. What have you done around here recently? Nothing! You never do anything around here. I'm still the one doing everything, even though I should be taking it easy.
I'm the one who is still working. I don't want to come home and then start cleaning the house. I'm exhausted enough as it is. What about me taking it easy? I still have to work my ass off every day, and I don't even get any slack from you about some chores.
And what about me? You don't think that I'm tired all the time? I've been struggling to sleep, and I have headaches all the time. I have no energy at all, but I still have to be the one to take care of the home. It's really starting to stress me out now.
You're at home all day. You have all the time in the world to take care of a bit of cleaning. No one is telling you to get it all done in an hour or anything, but spread it across the day with a bunch of breaks in between and it shall be easy as pie. Don't pretend like you're as tired as me after a long day of work. That's just a ridiculous comparison. Everyone knows that work and chores are not even close to being the same thing.
Are you even listening to yourself right now? I'm pregnant with your child and you're not offering me any support at all. And now I'm not just taking care of our house. I have to be going on errands for your mom as well, while she's off at some winery. All because you couldn't just talk to her for 5 minutes. This could have been avoided so easily. Don't you see how frustrating this is for me?
Stop blaming me for everything. Okay, fine, I messed up when I forgot to talk to her. But you're blowing this out of proportion anyway. I'll try to bring it up next time. Is that what you want to hear?
I only want to hear it if it actually happens. I don't want any more of your empty promises. There's no point in even saying that sort of thing to me. I don't want to be acting as her servant. She shouldn't feel like she can treat me like this.
She's not treating you like a servant, for God's sake. You're really out of line here. My mom has always been good to you. So what if she asks you for a few favors just to help her out? It's natural for you to repay some of the kindness that she has shown you. But a servant? Get real, Tina. Nobody has ever treated you like that, especially not my mom.
Are you even trying to understand what I am talking to you about? It's not even the fact that she is asking me to do something for her. It's the way that she does it. Like she expects it from me. It wouldn't even be that bad if it wasn't happening right now. But I feel so stressed as it is. I don't need this extra stuff on my plate right now.
What are you stressed about? You don't work and sit at home all day long. That sounds pretty relaxing to me. In fact, it's probably a good thing that my mom is having you do these errands. You should keep yourself busy and get out of the house every now and then. You might go crazy staying cooped up inside day in and day out. In fact, that's probably why you're acting like this in the first place.
You're unbelievable. I don't know why I even bother coming to you for anything.
Tina, where are you going? Don't lock yourself in the room. Tina, I was joking about you being crazy. Just relax. God.
Hiya, Tina. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I forgot how bad traffic can be at this time of day. The Uber got stuck for ages at one point. Then I tried to tell him to use some secret shortcut that I thought I knew, and turns out it wasn't a shortcut at all. It's wild how fast things can change when you don't live in a place anymore. I grew up and spent most of my life in the city, but I move away for a few years and all of a sudden everything is different. And not even the big things. It's the small things that get to me the most. Maybe I'm just being sentimental though. That's totally fine, Haley. I'm not in any rush. Let's take our time to catch up. I know what you mean about the small things changing though. There used to be these big trees on a street on the way to my parents' house, but one day they got chopped down. When I got onto that street, I thought that I had taken a wrong turn or accidentally driven to a completely different spot just because the trees were missing. It took me a while to realize that everything looked strange only because they were gone. But how are you? I haven't seen you for so long now. How is Texas? How was the job? Oh, it's all going pretty well, I think. I mean, it kind of sucks that I can't visit family that often, but at the same time, Texas is only a few hours away on a plane. I guess I should be able to make it back home more often than I am, but there's something just so tiring about going through security at the airport and waiting for the luggage and all of that. I wish I could just teleport here and skip all of that sort of thing. Oh, I completely understand what you mean. Even if the flight itself is short, just getting to the airport and getting through all of the checks and everything ends up taking so much time. The flight might be only 2 or 3 hours, but the process takes almost an entire day. Yeah, I wish it were a bit more efficient. But there's no point dwelling too much on that. It is what it is. I shouldn't really be complaining about this at all. I still have the freedom to come back at least a few times a year. I kind of wish there was a super fast train between Austin and California, like the ones that I saw in France. They were called the TGV, and they were so quick. And there were none of those airport security hassles. I don't think we'll have anything like that anytime soon. I know. It's all just wishful thinking. But enough about me. What about you? How is the little baby? Are they kicking? Wait, I never heard if it was a boy or a girl. Oh, the baby is doing okay. Kicking from time to time as well, yes. I actually don't know myself at the moment. Brad and I decided to not find out until the baby was born. I figured it would be a nice surprise. I see. That's kind of fun. Then what about the name? Are you going to just wait to choose one? We have some options on a list. Some for boys and some for girls. Hopefully I will be able to narrow it down to one for each by the time the baby is due. Oh, that sounds like so much fun, too. I'm glad to hear that you've been keeping them written down then. Listen, I don't mean to be rude, Tina, but you look kind of tired. Have you been sleeping okay? I guess it's probably normal to be more tired when you're pregnant. I just wanted to check that you're doing fine. Yeah, I know. I have been seeing that clearer and clearer in the mirror each morning. I have been struggling to sleep well for a while now. I sleep here and there, usually short naps during the day, you know? But I can't seem to get a good night's rest. Is there any reason for that? Have you been to the doctor? My stupid brother better be pulling his weight around the house. Well, actually, I am afraid he isn't. And I think that might be part of the issue. What? I was joking about that before, but are you being serious? Brad really isn't doing anything to help you. Yeah. When I told him I was pregnant, he was so excited about it and promised that he would do everything he could to help out. But fast forward a few months and he hasn't done anything at all. It's the same as it always was before. Except that now these small chores make me really tired. I have brought it up with him a couple of times, but he gets so defensive about it and we just end up arguing. It's so exhausting that I have kind of given up even talking to him about it. Nothing changes when I do anyway. It just makes things worse for me, to be perfectly honest. But I am feeling really tired, so I am not surprised that you can see it obviously enough to ask me about it. I think it's the stress. I don't believe that big idiot. He should be there for his wife. I know that he has never been the kind to keep his house clean as a whistle, but I thought that he would get himself together when it's his pregnant wife who needs help. I thought so too, but I guess I was wrong. It's been a little jarring to see how hands-off he is right now. I didn't really expect him to act like this. Listen, I don't want to complain too much to you since this is your family we're talking about, but I brought something else up with Brad and he just thinks I'm overreacting. No, it's totally fine. Remember, I grew up with these people. I know better than anyone that they're not perfect. You can tell me anything. Thanks. Well, this is about Catherine. She's really been adding to my stress recently as well. Oh no, my mom as well? What did my mom do? She keeps asking me to do errands for her. And I don't mean she asks me if I could do it or whatever. She messages me in the morning with instructions and then she goes off somewhere and expects it to get done. I told her ages ago that I wouldn't be able to help her too much, but she completely ignored me and then tries to guilt trip me when I try to say no. Are you kidding me? She's really doing that. Can you give me an example? Yeah, sure. Not too long ago, your dad was coming back from the hospital and your mom asked me to be there at their house when he came back with some food ready for him. Did she at least help you cook? He needs to watch what he eats, and Mom is the one who knows that best. No! She wasn't even there herself. She went to a winery upstate with her friend. She did buy the groceries for me and wrote out instructions and recipes for me at least. What the hell? That's insane! Why does she expect you to do that sort of thing for her? I don't know. And poor David seemed really uncomfortable about it. I think he felt bad that I was doing these things for him. He was always surprised when I showed up at the hospital or at his house. I guess Catherine never told him about the plans either. I see. Dad would never be the one to make you do anything of this sort. He's always been the most selfless one in our family. And Brad told you that you were overreacting about all of this? Yeah. I asked him to just talk to his mom about it and get her to stop giving me these errands, or at the very least ask me in advance, you know? I don't want to wake up in the morning with more instructions about what I am supposed to do that day. It's been stressing me out thinking that there might be something random that I have to force myself to do the next day when I wake up. And did he talk to her about it? No, he didn't. He said that he didn't have the time, but I know that it's not true. I brought it up again, and he said that he would do it next time, but I'm not holding my breath. It wouldn't be hard for him to do it, but I know that he doesn't think it's a big deal in the first place and can't be bothered bringing it up, I guess. God, he's so useless! I don't know what you ever saw in that idiot. How hard is it to talk to someone? Listen, I know that they're my family, but I'm 100% on your side here, okay? I'm staying with Mom and Dad for a while. I'll be sure to mention it to Mom so that you can have a bit of rest. You can rely on me for that, even if you can't rely on my brother. Thank you so much, Haley. I really appreciate it. But please don't make it a huge thing. I don't want for this to turn into a fight. Sure thing! I won't bring it up unless she does something. How about that?
I'm so glad that everyone could make it tonight. It's so exciting. Now that Haley is back home, it's really nice that we could all get together to enjoy dinner.
Thanks for having us, Catherine. The food smells delicious. And you know that we wouldn't miss being here. Yeah, Mom. It smells great. I haven't had your cooking for so long either. I can't wait to see what you've whipped up. And Dad, it's good to see you looking healthier. I hope you've been looking after yourself. Mom, you better not be allowing him to cheat on his diets.
You know that I don't do that. I'm very strict with him.
She's right. Even if I'm starving, the old lady won't let me eat anything extra. I might just be skin and bones the next time you come to visit, Haley. You should take a photo of me now. You might not recognize me next time.
Come on, Dad, it's not that bad. Really, David? I'm just looking out for your health here. You make me sound like some sort of witch who is starving you on purpose.
Oh, I'm sure he was just joking, Mom. Isn't that right, Dad?
Of course it was just a joke. I'm very grateful to your mother for taking the time to make sure that what she cooks me is okay with my dietary restrictions. I do wish that I didn't have to worry about it so much, though.
There's still plenty of things that you can eat, though, David. There's been such a boom with health foods, and they don't taste like cardboard like they used to just a few years ago.
Yeah, but even so, sometimes I just want to be able to bite into a Big Mac. I don't even like them that much. It's just more about being able to eat whatever I want like I used to be able to do.
Don't dwell on it too much. You will only upset yourself. And there aren't going to be any Big Macs around here either. I tried something new today, so I hope it all works out.
What did you try out then? You used to be a stickler for tradition.
I know that, but since David needs to watch his food, I thought I would try to cook some healthier options. A friend of mine told me that she made pulled pork but out of mushrooms, so I decided to try it out. Can you believe it? Pulled pork without the pork!
I think that sounds amazing. Vegan options have really been getting good.
I think that dinner should just be about ready. I just heard the oven ding. Tina, do you mind coming into the kitchen to help me serve everything up?
It's fine, Mom. I can help you.
Nonsense. You're here to rest. You can catch up with your father and brother while Tina and I sort this out. I'm sure that she doesn't mind.
No, Mom. I insist. I can talk when we're all sitting down to eat.
Haley, just go with it. Tina can help Mom out just fine.
Actually, Haley, if you wouldn't mind, I am feeling a little tired. Of course. I have plenty of energy. Mom, let's go.
Haley, sit down. I didn't ask you for help. I asked Tina to help me. You and Brad are working, and she doesn't have anything to do all day. She can make herself useful sometimes. It won't hurt her.
Excuse me, Catherine? What do you mean by I don't do anything all day? I still take care of everything around the house because Brad refuses to help me.
Don't start this again. You're always going on about this. Brad is tired from work when he gets home. You can't expect him to then start cleaning the whole house now, can you?
Actually, yes, she can expect that. Or he could at least lift a finger to help out. Are you forgetting that Tina is pregnant? She shouldn't be doing the same amount of work that she was doing before.
She isn't. She doesn't work at all anymore. What are you talking about?
Are you really that stupid, Brad? Your wife is pregnant and you don't even want to make things a little easier for her?
Haley! Don't talk to your brother like that. He's not stupid.
Clearly he is. Or just so uncaring that he can't even put in some effort. I wasn't going to do this here, but Tina told me what you have been doing. Brad doesn't do a single thing to help her out, and Mom, you keep asking her to run errands for you.
What are you talking about? I just asked her for a favor or two. What's wrong with that? You don't mind, do you, Tina?
Well, I did try to tell you not to ask me for things anymore. See? You should be the one who understands her the most, Mom. You've been pregnant and you should know how it is.
Exactly! I have been pregnant twice, and I was still fine to help people out when they asked me for a favor. I didn't need to sit around the house all day and pretend that I am queen of the castle.
I don't do that. And I don't sit around all day. I'm the only one getting ready for the baby that is on the way.
Everyone, please, calm down a little bit and let's enjoy this dinner. Honey, I'll come and help you in the kitchen. Let's drop this.
Sit down, David! You're unwell! Tina, are you really going to make your sick father-in-law do this while you sit there?
Mom! Stop that! I told you that I will help you. Now get in the kitchen. Tina, stay seated right there. You don't need to move. I'll take care of it. No, Mom, don't start. Just get in the kitchen and let's plate up the food. Thanks, Haley. Don't mention it.
What the hell was that all about? Did you really need to do that?
What are you talking about? Did I need to do what?
You know what I mean. At dinner. Why didn't you just get up and help Mom when she asked you for it? Why did you have to pretend that you're all tired as an excuse to not do something so simple?
You heard Haley. She was more than fine with helping out instead of me. And I wasn't pretending. I am tired. I tell you how low energy I feel all the time these days.
That's not the point. Mom didn't ask her to help. She asked you to help her. We're at dinner in her house after she was kind enough to invite us all and cook for us. And you can't even help her a bit in the kitchen?
Are you listening to yourself? How are you getting angry at me for this? Why did I have to be the one to help? It doesn't change anything at all. Anyone can help serve up the food. Why didn't you offer to help her if you're so passionate about this?
Because she asked you to help. That's why it had to be you. Not me, not Haley, not Dad, but you. And what's with Haley anyway? Why the hell is she on your side like that? Calling me stupid and uncaring? What does she know about the situation? What have you been telling her? You must have said something for her to act like that.
Nothing. We met up for coffee a few days ago and I just told her what's been going on. We were just catching up as anyone normally would when they haven't seen each other for a while.
What? That I never help you and that my mom treats you like a slave? Is that what you told her? It seems pretty convenient that you just happened to mention a load of crap about me and my mom to her.
I didn't say that Catherine treats me like a slave. You're being so dramatic. And I did tell her that you never help me because you never do. Do you want me to lie and talk about how helpful you've been? Why is it that Haley is more willing to help me and stand up for me than my own husband? What's up with that, huh?
Oh, here we go again. Once more, you're turning it back onto me and I am the bad guy. I don't want you complaining to Haley about things that are going on. She's back to visit, and you know she doesn't come back as often anymore. And then her and Mom almost got into a fight because of you. Did you even notice how awkward it was during dinner after that whole thing? We were supposed to have a nice family dinner, and you ruined it with whatever it is that you told Haley. You shouldn't have been talking to her about us in the first place. It doesn't concern her now that she doesn't live here anymore.
I ruined it? If you had just done what you promised and also talked to your mom for me, then this problem would have been solved ages ago. But no, you're too damn lazy to do anything for me at all. And she is still part of the family, isn't she? It doesn't matter if she lives here or in Texas. I don't see what that has to do with anything at all.
Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean that everyone needs to run around for you listening to everything that you say. You heard my mom. She has been pregnant 2 times and she never complained about anything like you are doing now. Maybe you should try to be more like her. She had me to look after while pregnant with Haley. You don't have to deal with that, so you shouldn't be complaining.
I'm not asking for anyone to run around and look after me. I'm asking people to not expect me to run around and look after them. Those are 2 very different things. I haven't asked anything of anyone. Just you to do a little more. And have I asked you to do anything that much extra? Have I really?
You're asking me all the time to do stuff around the house. Not even asking me. You're getting angry about it every other day.
That's not anything extra. You should be doing that without me asking anyway. Last time I checked, you live here too. I want you to just help me keep the place tidy and clean. You're acting like I am asking you for so much. But I'm asking the bare minimum of you right now. Maybe cook once in a while. Or clean up after dinner. Anything that could take some of the work away from me.
It's a lot to ask when I'm so tired from work all of the time. I want to come home and relax. Rest and get ready for the next day that I have to go into the office.
I used to come home and do this after work before. Don't tell me that it's not possible. I know that it is because I have always done that.
God, here we go again. Round and round in circles, just like every other damn time that this comes up. Listen to me. What happened at dinner wasn't okay. You were in my mom's house and you should have listened to her. Show my parents some respect and listen to what they want. You even had Dad volunteering to help instead of you because he wanted to avoid a fight.
That's because David is very sweet and doesn't mind being helpful. Unlike someone else I know.
Oh, shut up! I'm sick of hearing this from you all of the time.
Then do something and I will stop talking about it. It's pretty easy to fix this if you don't want to hear it anymore.
Screw this. I told you that this isn't okay. Stop talking badly of the family to Haley. I don't want her and Mom fighting, and whatever it is that you've been telling her is starting to get between them a bit. She didn't look too happy with Mom at all. She doesn't even have to say anything. I can tell by the look on her face. She always looked like that when the 2 of us would have fights when we were kids.
Why can't you ever take my side? You have never even once sided with me on this topic. Is it really that much to ask of you? To ask my husband to be on my side for once?
It is too much to ask when you're being so unreasonable. God, I am so sick of hearing about this all of the time. Now we're done talking here. I have work tomorrow, so I'm going to bed. So everything that you have been describing to me, the headaches, the inability to sleep, and all of these types of problems really sound to be a stress issue. It can be quite common for women to get stressed at this stage of the pregnancy, but it is very important to try and relax as much as you can. Any extra stress can sometimes have harmful effects on the growing baby.
I figured it would be the stress. I have done my best to try and relax, but I'm still unable to do it.
The best thing that I can recommend is to talk to your partner and have them take on more of the load at this stage. It really is essential for you to reduce your stress levels as much as possible. The birth itself could be more difficult for you if you go into it with all of this extra stress.
I don't know if that will be possible, if I am being honest. Isn't there something that you could at least prescribe me to help me with the lack of sleep?
I'm afraid that this isn't an option. While there are some sleeping pills that are potentially minimal in their effects on the baby, there is always the possibility of there being long-term effects down the road. I really discourage any women from taking any form of sleeping medication while they are pregnant. I'm afraid that your only real option to get your sleep back is just to reduce stress as much as possible. Try the common things like taking a bath. Just be sure that the water isn't too hot. Drink some non-caffeinated tea a little while before you go to bed. Chamomile and mint are usually the best. And do your best to talk to your partner and have him help you wherever he can.
Okay, I will try my best there. Thank you, Doctor.
Where have you been? I've been waiting for you. We need to talk about some things.
What do you want? I'm not in the mood right now. And Catherine, what are you doing here?
What do you mean? Is there a problem with me being here? As Brad said, there are some things that we need to discuss. I told you before that I didn't appreciate how things played out at dinner a few days ago. You have been saying bad things about Mom to Haley. She got even angrier at me after you left. She accused me of treating you like a servant or something like that. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I have never done anything like that, and I don't appreciate you telling my daughter that I am doing something of the sort.
You pretty much are. I didn't even say it that strongly, but to be honest, both of you are. The baby is coming in a few months, and none of you have even done the slightest to help me through this.
You're exaggerating too much. I have gone through this, and it's not as bad as you're making it out to be. I was able to still look after the entire house by myself, and when I was pregnant with Haley, I had little Brad to look after as well. I managed to do it all on my own. I don't know why you feel that everyone should bend over backwards to assist you. Really, it's quite selfish. You can't even look after yourself properly by the looks of it. You look terrible, you know? It's important to still look somewhat presentable.
Selfish? You think that I am the one who is being selfish? While you were out at wineries and coffee dates, I was the one looking after your husband and visiting him in the hospital. You message me in the morning with some random demand that I have to fulfill, and I am the selfish one? Have you lost your mind, Catherine?
Tina, don't talk to my mom like that. She's right. You're expecting so much from everybody, and it's frankly unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable at all. You promised me, Brad. You promised me that you would be there to help me through this pregnancy. And I believed you. What an idiot I was. And Catherine, I know I look terrible. And do you want to know why? It's because of you two and the stress that you are causing me. I just went to the doctor today because I can't sleep properly. He told me that it's from undue stress and that I need to rely on my partner to help relieve some of the burden that is on me. Guess I'm out of luck there, though, aren't I? I come home and look at what I am met with. What am I supposed to do when my partner is the main burden? I don't think the doctor has a prescription for a problem like that.
Watch what you're saying, Tina. You're stressing yourself out. I haven't been doing anything differently to how things were before.
And that's the main problem. You are supposed to be doing things differently because the entire situation is different. I'm not even asking you for much and you still won't agree to help me. I'm asking for the tiniest bit of help. Just something to make it easier for me, but no. No, you're the one who is tired. You're the one who doesn't have the energy to even talk to me after work. But I am still the one who has to run around for your mother doing errands and keep everything running smoothly. I'm sick of this. I haven't slept properly for weeks now and it's killing me. You know what? I'm leaving. I don't want to see your faces anymore. Get out of my way, Brad. Don't you dare touch me right now.
Tina, where the hell are you? I let you go before because you were being emotional, but you have to get over that tantrum already and get back home. There isn't any dinner, and I have been waiting for you to come back and cook something for me.
Is that all you have to say for yourself? You ambushed me with your mother and proceeded to accuse me of being the problem. And now you think that I should come home and cook you dinner. Cook it yourself. Go hungry for all I care. I'm not your damn servant. Grow up and act like an adult for once in your damn life.
I told you to watch how you talk to me. You already stormed out of the house in the middle of a discussion, and now you're telling me that I need to grow up? What kind of adult gets angry like that and walks out of the house? You should be the one apologizing to me. I work hard to put food on the table for the two of us. I'm the one in the office every day, not you.
I have always worked as well. Don't act as though I didn't.
But you don't work now. You need to realize that. You haven't worked for a while now. You should have plenty of time to do everything around the house without too much trouble. Instead, you complain non-stop and try to palm it all off on me. I won't accept that. It's not right.
What isn't right is that you won't support your pregnant wife. Is this what it's going to be like when the baby is here as well? Am I going to have to raise it all on my own?
That's a completely different conversation. Why would you even bring that up right now? Of course, things will be different when the baby is actually here, but the baby hasn't been born yet. It's stupid to even mention something like that.
Oh, so I'm being stupid now, am I? It's so lovely to see how you actually view me.
That's not what I said. I didn't say that you were stupid, but you are acting stupid. Don't try to twist my words around to make me sound worse.
I don't have to twist anything around for you to sound worse. I'm not being stupid. I'm desperate here. I wanted us to work on this as a team, but you have left me out to dry all on my own. I asked for so little, and you couldn't even give me that. Instead, you teamed up on me with your mother and made things even worse. And you promised me before that things would be different and nothing changed. Why would they when the baby finally comes?
Drop the whole thing about my mother already. And of course things will be different when the baby comes. I already said that it's a completely different situation. The problem here now is that you are my wife and you just ran out of the house. I don't even know where you are. You need to get back here already. You're stressing yourself out way more than you accused me of doing. You haven't cooked anything for dinner and you have been driving a wedge between my mom and my sister. That's just not on. Get back here and do what you're supposed to do.
I'm not coming home. Not tonight. You can sort yourself out this time. Surely you're big enough to be able to look after yourself for at least one night, right?
Then where the hell are you going to go? What's gotten into you? You never used to argue with me this much. I'm telling you, it's just the hormones. That's why you're viewing everything in this stupid way. As though everyone around you is your enemy or something.
No, I am not seeing anything differently because of any hormones. I'm staying with my parents tonight and that's it. I'm not coming home tonight. I need to finally be somewhere where I can try and get a good night's sleep. Don't text me anymore.
Tina, don't you ignore me. Listen to what I am telling you to do. Come home now. Tina, this is getting ridiculous now. You need to come home. It's been 2 weeks already and you should have gotten over this by now. There's no point in dragging this fight out over such a long period of time. It's not good for anyone. Not for me, for you, or the baby.
Gotten over what? That my husband doesn't respect me enough to care for me? That he just wants me around to be his maid and clean up after him? Is the house getting messy and that's why you want me back there? Is that it? It must be. This is the only time you have ever shown concern for me or the baby.
That's not the only thing, but now that you mention it, all of the cleaning is starting to pile up. The longer you leave it, the more work there will be for you to do anyway. Just hurry home before you make it worse on yourself. I'm sure your parents are getting sick of you being there as well.
I knew it! You're completely unbelievable. You only ever think about yourself. I just knew that you couldn't possibly be concerned about anyone but you. Well, you know what, Brad? I'm not coming home. Not now or ever. Got it?
What is that supposed to mean? You have to come home sometime. This is where you belong. You can't just stay away hiding from me forever. You need to end this already.
Why do I have to go back to a house where I don't get the slightest respect? Can you tell me why I should do that? Why do I have to do that?
Because you're my wife and this is where you live. What kind of stupid question is that? Did you really need to ask something that obvious?
I might be your wife now, but that's going to change very soon. I want a divorce, Brad. I can't do this with you anymore. I never expected you to be so callous, but here we are.
What did you just say? You can't be serious. You want a divorce because I didn't help you clean? Are you actually insane? What kind of reason is that?
That's not the reason. Not the whole reason, anyway. The reason is that you couldn't even try to help me a little when I was basically begging you for some support. I told you so many times that I was stressed, that I needed to relax a bit. I couldn't sleep half the time. And you didn't listen to me once. You didn't lift a single finger to try and help me. What kind of husband are you? What do I need you for then?
You're pregnant with my child. You can't just leave me for some silly reason like this. I told you that you were just overreacting, and here you go again. You can't actually be serious about this divorce.
I am very serious, Brad. This wouldn't be something that I would joke about or say unless I meant it. Maybe you will believe me when I serve you with the divorce papers? Well, I have already gotten in touch with a divorce lawyer. The papers should be ready before too long.
Wait, you're actually going to go through with this?
That's what I have been saying, isn't it?
Don't do this, Tina. It's not right. Okay, I will admit that I could have done more. But I can change that now, can't I? I will do more now and when the baby comes as well. I promise.
And why should I believe you? You said that before. You promised me when I told you I was pregnant. You promised me that you would also talk to your mom for me. Those were both lies. You didn't do anything. You didn't even try. I doubt that you were ever even thinking about it in the first place.
Of course I was. I was just tired from work, but I was going to get around to it. I really was.
I don't believe that for a second. You had months to get around to it. Months and months where I was asking you and you still did nothing. Well, I have had enough of this. I'm fed up. I'm going to raise this child on my own. I'm sure I would have basically been raising them on their own even if I was still with you. I don't believe that you would have ever stepped up to become a father.
Of course I would have. This is my child that you're talking about, Tina. Don't be stupid. You will regret this. This will be too much for you to go through on your own. Don't make any rash choices that you will regret later.
There you go again, calling me stupid. This isn't a rash choice and I won't be on my own either. I have been thinking about this since I have been staying with my parents. I've had more than enough time to consider everything. I have thought it over carefully and I know that this is the right thing to do. And my parents will be there for me no matter what. That is something that I can be sure of. They will support me when I need it. They will be there for me when I need it the most.
Isn't there anything that I can do to change your mind? Just give me a chance to prove to you that I can change.
There's nothing that you can do to change this. Nothing could make me change my mind anymore. You had so many chances. If you were ever going to do something, you would have done it already. Now I am tired and I don't want to talk to you about this anymore. It's over between us. You will be hearing from my lawyers soon enough. Goodbye, Brad.
Hey, Tina. I just wanted to say that I am sorry that I wasn't able to be there for you while you were going through this decision, but I had to fly back. I'm proud of you for making that hard choice, though. And I think it's the right one. My brother never deserved you in the first place.
Thanks, Haley. I couldn't have done it without the lawyer that you recommended, though. I was so lost that I don't know how I would have even gone about finding one on my own. Having one at the ready was such a lifesaver for me.
Don't even mention it. I'm glad that I could have done something for you, even while I wasn't there.
I'm always so grateful for how much support you showed me. Guess what? I have some good news for once.
Really? What happened?
I finally decided to ask the doctors whether the baby is a girl or a boy.
Oh, what? I thought you were going to wait until the baby was born to find out. What made you change your mind about it?
That was the plan all along, but I threw that out the window. I wanted to know so badly. After all that happened, I thought that I wanted to choose the name and have that be a comfort to me.
I guess that makes sense. And then? Which is it? A boy or a girl?
It's a girl. I'm going to have a beautiful baby girl. I'm so excited.
Congratulations, Tina! And I am sure that she will grow up to be a wonderful woman, just like her mother. I can't wait to meet her.
I can't wait for you to meet her either. You have to let me know the next time that you are in town so that I can introduce her to you.
Did you decide on the name yet then? Or are you going to hold off on that one until you see her?
I did decide on the name, actually. I decided to name her after you. I am going to call her Haley. Not too long after, I gave birth to Haley, a beautiful little girl. My parents were there to support me through the birth, and I am still living with them after. I felt like such a relief when I went to stay with them. They took so much of the burden onto themselves and allowed me to rest in the last stretch before the due date. I realized that this is closer to what it should have been if Brad had tried to help me even a little. Instead, I had been a huge ball of stress, completely unable to relax for even a second. Even after I had served Brad the divorce papers, he tried a few times to call me and even showed up to my parents' house to convince me to forget about the divorce. But I had already made up my mind, and my dad had to drive him away and tell him to stay away for good. After that, most of our communication was only done through lawyers. I was given full custody of Haley, and Brad was ordered to pay child support. I later heard from his sister that he and his mother started getting into fights when he started blaming her for the collapse of our marriage. I find it funny that he essentially discarded me and everything I said to him in order to stand up for his mom, and now he's turned on her and ruined his relationship with her by making it all out to be her fault. While Catherine certainly did play a part in it, Brad had every opportunity to make things work and chose himself not to take those opportunities. Even the fact that he can't accept responsibility for his own mistakes even now makes it perfectly clear to me that I made the right choice in divorcing him. His sister Haley also cut ties off with him and now only goes back to visit her father, who did nothing wrong. She doesn't stay at the house anymore so that she doesn't have to be around her mom, choosing to book a hotel instead. I feel like such a weight has been lifted from my mind, and even though I know it will be hard to raise a child on my own, I still have my parents to support me through it. I also think that this is going to be better than having Brad be an absent father, even if we had stayed together. I just know that he would never have made good on his promise to change. It could have been much messier if this happened later down the road when little Haley had already met her dad and then we went through a divorce. And I am sure that it would have happened sooner or later, even if not right now. I am thinking now about what to do with work. I think I will go back at least part-time when Haley is a little older. My mom said that she would be happy to care for her while I am at work. I will consult with my workplace to see what kind of arrangement we can come up with. But whatever I choose, I will make sure that it is what is best for my little girl. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more content just like this. Please leave a comment below.
Are you fine? Not scared or panicked?
I'm fine. Something like that isn't enough to ruffle my feathers. I was able to ditch that guy no problem. But that does beg the question. Who was it that was following us?
When we split up to lose him, it looked like he went after you, Caroline. What amazes me more than anything is that you realized that he was following us. I would have never noticed that someone was behind us.
Huh! I have eyes in the back of my head. It's gonna take more than skulking in the shadows to be able to get the drop on me.
Yeah, I suppose so. Your self-confidence is one of the things that I love about you, but is there any reason that someone would want to follow you? Did you piss off any patients or their family members?
Well, nothing comes to mind off the top of my head. I'm highly respected by my colleagues, and I'm well loved by all the patients I work with.
Again, that's not really something that you say about yourself, but that seems to be true whenever I go to pick you up.
True, we were being followed, but I didn't feel any animosity from his gaze, and there was no aggression in his stance.
You truly are something else, aren't you?
It was so exciting! That was the first time in my life I've ever been followed. I felt like Jason Bourne.
I admit that there was a bit of a thrill in it, but I wish you would understand that it could have been dangerous. I know I may be overthinking things, but you know how much I worry about you. For the foreseeable future, I will be picking you up by car. This isn't up for debate.
Come on, I'll be fine. I can defend myself.
In a straight-up fight, I know there is no way you could lose, but if they attacked you from behind with a weapon, then it would be game over. For my own peace of mind, please wait for me to pick you up by car, okay?
Alright, you are too sweet on me.
I can't believe this is happening right before our wedding. I hope this doesn't jinx anything or cause any other problems.
That's right. We're going to your hometown so I can introduce myself to your father.
Yeah, my dad is, to put it nicely, a hard-headed, proud blue blood that puts on airs in front of everyone he meets.
Nicely? Coming from you, that's quite the burn. It sounds like a great challenge, but I doubt there's a family that wouldn't want me in their family.
Again, where you get your self-confidence from puts me in awe. But you're right, the rest of my family is already dying to meet you. My father is always going on about upholding the family name and how we should be careful about what kind of people we interact with. It was always embarrassing to hear him go on tirades about it. I just wanted to be a normal kid and enjoy what everyone else was doing. Can you believe that he calls us modern-day aristocrats?
Wow. That story should be on Cringe.
I know, right? I honestly thought about not going to visit him because he can be so pretentious and hard to deal with. Somehow he sniffed out who I was dating and demanded that he see you face to face. A sixth sense or some stupid things like that, he said.
Well, in most cultures, it would be unthinkable to not introduce yourself to the family of your partner, so I'm cool with it. Don't worry too much. You know me. I'll make it work out and it'll be fine.
I know you can get through any situation. I just don't want the experience to leave a bad flavor in your mouth. It's still not too late to pretend we never got his summons and leave him to stew on his high horse.
No, we gotta do what we gotta do. I want to do things right. It doesn't matter who the other person is, but we should get to know each other's families because marriage is not just the pairing of two people, but two whole families.
You're straight as a shooter as they come, and of course, you're right again. I suppose I should just sit back and watch the sparks fly as the two most stubborn people I know meet for the first time. Pop some popcorn, record it, upload it, and go viral.
It'll be fine. I'm an adult and control myself. Let's just hurry up and meet up at home. You worry too much. Do you want that guy to pick up on my trail again?
Oh, geez, no. Yeah, let's go home. Coraline, where are you now? Are you okay? Are you hurt?
I'm fine. I just went outside for a little bit to cool my jets and clear my head. Wow, that went far worse than I could have ever imagined. Trying to pour a pot of hot coffee on me was something that surprised even me.
Thank God your reflexes are so fast. It's like watching a Jedi in action. You started moving at the same time he began his stupidity. It was like you knew it was coming.
It's not that big of a deal. I didn't see him since he was in my blind spot, but I felt that something was off. That only happens right before someone tries to hurt you. I guess that only makes me seem more like a Jedi to you.
Yes, that or Spider-Man.
That's me. By the way, where are you?
I left right after you to follow, but can't see you anywhere.
Oh, I'm at a park in front of the forest sitting on a bench. Come and get me. I'm a bit parched, so can you bring me something to drink on your way?
Wait, Willow Park? That's more than a mile away. It's been less than 5 minutes. It's not even a straight line from here.
It is if you go through some yards and gardens.
Did you really straight shot it through a mile of residential units?
Parkour.
My God, you're amazing.
Whatever. Hurry up and pick me up.
Yeah, sorry. I'll grab my keys and pick you up. Coraline, this is William's father, Lucius.
Mind telling me how you got my WhatsApp ID?
That's not important right now, but know that I can do a lot more than that. From here on out, I will not allow you onto my property a second time. Of course, that includes ever seeing or contacting my son William again.
Really? You got a reason to go full Gestapo on me?
When you come from a name as prestigious as ours, it would be unthinkable to take an uneducated little girl like yourself into our great family. You never even graduated from a university. There is no way I could let my grandchildren be raised by someone who could barely get a GED.
No worries there, pal. I have no intention of ever sharing the same room with you ever again. However, I will marry William as promised, with or without your blessing.
Never. Who would be foolish enough to ever marry you? Your family is poor as dirt. How could you imagine to stand eye to eye with a family of our caliber? How dare you think you could pollute my bloodline with your filthy peasant DNA?
Oh, them be fighting words, old man. But I could care less about how much you badmouth my family. It's true that my family was not well off by any means, but we were happy and had all our needs met by parents who loved us. Probably because we didn't have some idiotic family members spouting off about our special status as a noble family.
To be talked to in such a way by a proletariat is insulting to the greatest degree.
Boo-hoo! Why don't you go whine to your country club friends and have them pat you on the ego until you feel better because an inner city girl hurt your fragile worldview? On the other hand, you talk the talk about being from such a great family. But did you walk the walk? In what way are you more successful than a commoner like me?
I graduated from an Ivy League school and was immediately hired by a Fortune 500 company. With my achievements, I became the youngest vice president in the company history. How about that? Does a peon like you have a resume like that?
Oh, wow. Truly a credit to your name. With a history like that, it must be great to add trying to pour hot coffee onto your son's fiancé and failing. Man, it's amazing what life throws at you and seeing how you react to it.
You should be grateful it was just a cup of coffee. I can't stand that not only are you trying to marry out of your class, but you have the gall to talk to me in such a disrespectful tone.
I'm not asking you to stand for anything. William and I are getting married, so you can just leave me alone.
I simply will not allow my son to marry a girl who has never graduated university.
Oh, so your measure of nobility is proportional to a person's academic achievements? You do understand how dumb and stuck up that sounds when you say it out, don't you?
Shut your filthy mouth. Don't think you can change your station in life by trying to marry up into our family. Every single person in my family has graduated from university, just to show you how much we value education. If you push me any further, I will not be held responsible for what happens to you.
Look, I really don't care what you try to do and why you think threatening me is going to scare me off. That work on your subordinates at work? And on the subject of universities, you do know that I graduated, right?
Graduating at 19 years old is what you said. That is not university, little girl. That is called community college. You do understand the difference, don't you? One selects for society's future leaders, and the other provides basic courses so the masses don't embarrass themselves in public. You're simply a bad match for my son, who's on the fast track for the good life and will bring so much honor to our family.
And find a girl worth fighting for.
Yes, what are you talking about? The wedding's off as far as I'm concerned, so get an education if you want to have a chance of marrying up from your spotty heritage.
I skipped a few grades and finished med school at 19.
Like I'd believe that.
At 19, I graduated med school and got a master's on the side to kill some extra time.
A master's at 19? Impossible. You should learn how to lie better. It would take superior genius to even come close to achieving that. A real lie needs to have a modicum of truth in it, or at least somewhat believable. Playing along with your fantasy world for a little bit, why didn't you tell me this sooner? That might have bought you some time.
When I did try to tell you, you decided to preempt me with Ariel Coffee Entertainment, followed by kicking me out of the house.
I don't have time for gossip and fake news. So, you want to add to your whopper and tell me that you're a doctor at some clinic?
Almost. I'm the head of the pediatrician department at the university hospital.
You can drop the facade. It's not funny anymore and just sad now. I've already looked into your past and have your whole past in front of me now. Least of all, I know you're not a doctor, so you can come clean with me.
Oh, it's good to see Christian kept his part of the bargain.
How do you know Christian?
It's fine and dandy to use private eyes to get info on a person, but you really should use people who you know are good at their job. It was like being tailed by a blind elephant over the savannah. It was cute watching him try to hide whenever I turned around when there was poor cover for him. After I got tired of that game, I got behind him and he almost soiled himself when I grabbed him by the collar. I then persuaded him to tell me who his employer was.
Impossible. He's a 30-year veteran with and served in a recon unit in his youth. I've been relying on him for years and he's never made a mistake.
You gotta be kidding. It was like playing peekaboo with an infant with no sense of object permanence. Anyhow, I had him pass on false information to you in order to find out what kind of person you really are. I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt despite William's unflattering portrayal of you, so I told Christian to hide the fact that I'm a doctor.
William and Christian both?
Can you blame them with your temperament and outlook? I've also taken the liberty to release our chat logs and our dirt I've dug up on you to your company higher-ups.
What? Why would you do something so unnecessary?
Well, according to your words, it would be unacceptable to allow dirty blood to pollute the system, right? The same goes for business. One bad apple can cause the whole batch to go bad. Isn't that how the saying goes?
You're saying I'm the problem? Impossible. I've done so much for the company. They wouldn't do anything to me, would they?
Dunno. Tell that to the person who's going to be reviewing your case and deciding on your fate. Telling me of your triumphs and tribulations is just a bother.
Why would anyone at my company trust you? How could you even get anyone on the board's attention?
I'm a very famous and popular doctor in higher circles, so I do have acquaintances in almost every industry and agency. In fact, I've known about you for a while. I've not even told William about this part of me. I'm about to teach you how to really get dirt on people.
Haven't you had enough fun at my expense? How long must I put up with your blasphemy? Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? Have you any clue what I will do to you if you make me your enemy?
Fully, because I have no fear of some unemployed old man who got fired from his job for being a toxic lowlife.
Fired? Who's been fired? Are you talking about me?
Blackmail 101. Your termination is one of my demands for not releasing your dirty laundry to the world and besmirching your company's good name. Any company would throw a bigoted vice president under the bus in order to continue looking pretty in the public eye.
That'd be breach of contract on their part. How devious are you? Everything you're doing is illegal.
Illegal, you say? I guess you would be an expert on what's illegal, wouldn't you? You know better than anyone that you should be terminated at that company.
It can't be.
As I said before, I've thoroughly investigated you. I wanted to know what I would be marrying into just in case it could negatively affect me in some way. William is an angel and doesn't have a bad bone in his body. That comes from his mother's side. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about his paternal side. Be honest here. There is something you need to apologize to your company about, isn't there?
That's unprovable, isn't it? How could you know? You're lying. You're just trying to entrap me.
Really? Maybe I should talk to your wife first. I bet it would be hard to admit that to her, so I'll tell her in your stead.
Stop. Fine. You win. My God, what are you? I may have temporarily transferred company funds to partake in the services of an escort enterprise.
You paid for a whore using company money. That'll get you fired from any job.
Wait, I had a good reason. I truly did.
Yes, you truly loved the girl and wanted to help her out of a bad situation. You fell for the hooker with a heart of gold shtick, but you, sir, are no Richard Gere. You do understand by that admitting that you love another woman isn't going to be taken well by your family, right? And I know how serious about her you were by the amount of cash you dumped into her scheme.
She said she would leave her boyfriend for me. She just needed some money to free herself. I could afford it, but I couldn't withdraw an amount that large without drawing suspicion. So I planned to pay it back to the company little by little. See, it wasn't stolen. I just borrowed the company's money for a short time. In fact, I've already returned it in full.
I know that as well. You aren't the type of person to stick your hand in the cookie jar without some way to separate yourself from any blame or wrong. While the books balance out at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that a bigot also tried his hand at misappropriation of funds. You know what that means, right?
Why are you so intent on messing up my life? You're going past the line of threats all the way to plain cruel.
I had no intention to go so far, but once I had you on the ropes, the adrenaline began to flow, and I was taught to always go for the kill.
You witch! Where are you? Get back here right now!
Fine by me. What do you intend to do to little old me?
I will make you regret crossing me. Get back here so I can teach you a lesson you'll never forget.
Lines fitting for a bargain bin gangster before the main character puts him in his place. Hardly the words meant for a beautiful young, strong-headed woman from a crotchety old, hidebound, materialistic fogey. Whoa! I feel like the protagonist in a superhero movie. I feel a little sorry for you, but wait a tick. I'll be with you in 2 shakes.
Well, we'll see if that mouth can spout the same poison after I'm done with you.
You had enough yet? Want to go another round? Don't think the results will change, but the offer stands.
What are you? How are you so fast and strong? I'm as fit as a 30-year-old and was an amateur boxer through school.
My dad was a drill sergeant and was a part-time UFC fighter to make ends meet. He trained us all in self-defense and self-reliance from when we could stand.
A UFC fighter?
He pushed our reflexes, hand-eye coordination, and martial arts skills to the absolute limits a human body can handle. That discipline and focus he instilled in me ended up helping in school as well. But I did surpass him in middle school and haven't lost to him since. He holds me as his greatest success and still makes me come weekly to spar with him. So, as you can see, I'm not only a genius in academics, but a genius with my fists and feet as well. I only became a doctor because it helps others, pays well, and is relatively easy for me.
Hubris much?
It's only hubris when you lose. Until then, it's cold confidence. So, now you know who I am. I'm a totally different class from you. You still want to cross me?
Class? I was the one born into the most prestigious family in the state. What do you know of class?
Wow, you still have gall to speak of class? Then get ready for spring 1917, comrade. William's father, Lucius, was found unconscious on his front lawn after that disagreement. With that event added to evidence of embezzlement, he was quickly and quietly terminated by his company. This was the last straw for his long-suffering wife, and his unfaithfulness sent her over the edge. She filed for immediate divorce and claimed a huge alimony payment. The other members of his family were sickened by his actions and cut him from the family tree. Turns out he will never be allowed back into that household while I'm welcomed at any time with open arms. He now passes his days in a one-room apartment working as a night janitor because not even Gold's Gym wants him showing his face to their customers. It's a bit ironic that someone who touted the prominence of bloodlines to fall so far. As for me, I married William and we welcomed our first child a year later. We're warmly welcomed by both our families now, and everyone has forgotten the dirty business caused by a bigoted old man. William often praises me, saying with Caroline around, our family has nothing to worry about. And that always makes me feel good. Of course, he's right. Thank you for watching to the end. If this video made you feel just desserts were served, please leave a like. Everyone else, leave a comment. And as always, please subscribe. Liam, long time no see. How are you doing? Did you know I married Owen 2 years ago? We had our first baby this year. We're so happy right now. What about you? Are things going well with you?
Huh? Is this Melanie?
Why are you messaging me acting like we're old friends? You cheat on me, run off with your lover, and I never hear from you again? Until now? You've got some nerve, huh?
I finally settled down, so I figured I'd get in touch with you. Oh, sorry for all the trouble I caused you back then. What happened between us was over 5 years ago. So let's put our past behind us.
You think I'm gonna forgive you for everything you did to me with a simple sorry for all the trouble I caused? You were cheating on me the whole time you were with me. You ran off with your lover on our wedding day. It wasn't just that. He burst in the middle of the ceremony yelling, "Wait, don't marry him." And then he just carries you off out of the church with no resistance from you, I might add. Oh, it was like a scene from a frickin' movie.
I know. What he did was so romantic, wasn't it? Oh, Owen is so awesome.
No, he's not awesome. Are you living in some kind of fairy tale land? It surprised me and everyone else at our wedding, and you guys just left, waving to everyone like it was a normal end to the wedding. We waited an hour hoping you'd come back. When you didn't, people went looking for you, but nobody could find you anywhere. Nobody could get in touch with you, so everyone started to panic. No one knew what was going on.
Oh, don't get so mad. That was 5 years ago. Let it go. Act like a man.
After we determined you weren't coming back, your mother fainted from the stress, and your father was so embarrassed he got down on his knees and started apologizing to me. That's not to mention the wedding reception and all that wasted food, and me apologizing to everyone for wasting their time and money as I gave back their wedding gifts. You didn't screw over just me. Everyone involved in the wedding has terrible memories of it. And you say I need to act like a man?
Oh, you just keep going on, huh? I broke up with you before we got married. So it's not like we have to get divorced or anything.
That's not the point. You didn't just ruin my life. You caused problems for everyone there.
Whatever. That was long ago. It's over with. Isn't there a statute of limitations on how long people can be upset about something? Oh, it's water under the bridge, okay? Anyway, Liam, you knew you couldn't have me, so I'm sure you moved on and found someone else, right? Married life is awesome! Kids are cute too, huh?
Look, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But before I let you go, I want to get our accounts squared up. I need to get this weight off my shoulders.
Accounts squared up? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money. For breaking off the wedding, I want $30,000. You didn't pay for the wedding and neither did your parents. So who do you think paid for it? I think I should get 5 years worth of interest on that too. But aside from all that, when you left me, you stole the $20,000 I had saved up. That was my life savings. And are you forgetting you ran off with your lover in my car? That's another $20,000. If I was being extra nice with the interest over these 5 years, I'd still say you owe me at least $80,000. You better pay me right now.
Huh? What is all this? Why do you think I should have to pay that?
Because it's all your fault? These are all things you stole from me. You left me at the altar to run off with your lover. You stole my life savings and my car. You think you can do all of that and get away with it?
Well, it doesn't matter. I can't pay that. I can't pay you $80,000. I don't have that kind of money. Besides, I've got a kid now. Kids are expensive to raise. I need all the money I can get right now. I can't give you what I don't have.
If you don't have it, you better make it somehow and pay me. Use all of your savings. Sell all your belongings. Take out a loan from the bank. I don't care. Do whatever it takes. Your kid has nothing to do with me.
It's impossible. I'm not paying you. I'm not paying for a wedding that I didn't have. You're crazy to think that I would. And you've got to be exaggerating. A wedding isn't $30,000.
How could you not know how much your own wedding cost? And you think that kind of reasoning is going to work with me? We got engaged, didn't we? That's like a contract in and of itself. What about the engagement ring I gave you? That was over $10,000 too. So asking for $30,000 just for the wedding is more than fair. I've already spoke to a lawyer about this, and he thinks I could easily get $30,000 in court.
I don't agree. The cost for the wedding and the reception, you already paid it. You didn't have to cancel the reception. You could have still had the party without me. You canceled it on your own, so it's your fault. I'm not paying that.
Oh my god. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. Everyone came there to celebrate our wedding. You ran off with another guy. There was no wedding, so there's nothing to celebrate. Don't you think it would be a little strange to still have the reception? Are people gonna have a good time? I know you probably could, but people aren't like you.
Yeah, I probably still could have had a good time. But there's no way I can pay you $80,000. It's okay if we forget about your savings and your car too, right?
What are you talking about? Those two are the most important things. Ugh. You gave your lover your spare key to my apartment and had him break in when I wasn't there. He stole my car keys, stole my car, and drove to our wedding in it to steal you. That was my brand new car. I just got it 2 months before you stole it. And after you ran out on our wedding, you went immediately and cleaned out my bank account? You took everything from me that day. You're not just a terrible fiance, you're a thief. Plain and simple.
We were technically still engaged when I took that money, so it was basically mine too. Once we got married, it would have been mine anyway. So the way I see it, you're asking me to give you back my money, aren't you?
That was never your money, and I was going to use it to pay for the wedding, which we never had. You never contributed anything to that savings. I worked so hard to save that up myself. And since we weren't married, you can't say that half of anything is yours, let alone all of it. Especially the car. It was in my name. There's documents to prove that.
Don't even mention the car. I didn't steal it. We just drove it a little. We ditched that thing before we left the state. You're acting like I drove it around for the past 5 years. So don't expect me to pay for that either.
Of course I want you to pay for it. I just got that car. You know how much I love cars. You stole it and ditched it in the next city over. But because you ditched it in a bad part of town, when the police finally did find it, it had been stripped of everything on it. You can't imagine how shocked I was when I saw it in that condition. You knew how much I loved that car. I'm gonna make sure you pay for that.
Oh, you're always talking about money, money, money. It's annoying. I don't care about all that.
So no matter what, you're telling me you're not gonna pay me back a cent? Not for the wedding, not for the car, not for my life savings?
That's right. I've got a new life with Owen and our baby. You and I, our relationship is over, so stop trying to hang on to me. I'm definitely not paying you any money. You're just jealous and trying to get in the way of my family's happiness.
I'm gonna call the cops.
Huh? The cops? What are you talking about calling the cops?
It's pretty obvious, isn't it? Nothing you did was legal, you're a thief. Maybe the cops won't care about the wedding cost, but stealing my car and my life savings, that's 100% theft. There's no denying it. If I call the cops, they'll get you this time.
What? You're lying.
I have no reason to lie. You think just because we were engaged that everything you did was legal? Are you that stupid? You never thought anything you were doing was against the law?
But we're not criminals. If they catch us, what will happen to Owen and I? And our baby, what will happen?
Both my life savings and my car are grand theft. I think you'd both be put in separate prisons. And I'm assuming the kid would go to child services, probably to a foster home. I'm not sure. You're probably looking at a 10-year sentence. So you'll probably get out in time to see your kid graduate elementary school.
That's terrible. You'd separate our family over this? You're horrible. You're the criminal. They should lock you up.
They're not going to lock me up for having my stuff stolen. So, what do you plan to do? Do you want me to call the cops? Have them track you down through these messages you've been sending me? And have them split up your new family? Or are you going to turn yourself in and maybe only one of you go to jail? Or are you going to pay me the $80,000 that you owe me? If you pay me the money, I'll have no reason to get the police involved.
I get it. I'll pay you the money, somehow. But I mean, I don't have that kind of money right now. How about a down payment of $300? No, $600. I'll pay the rest a little at a time. Just don't call the cops.
$600. That's a start, I suppose. Send a cashier's check to my lawyer. I want this to be legit. I'll give you my lawyer's information and send you a pic of his business card so there's no mistakes.
A cashier's check? Why? Why can't I just do a transfer into your account?
You think I'm gonna give a thief my bank information? Ugh, I don't even want to give you my current address. So send that cashier's check to my lawyer. I'll inform him of what's going on. Make sure he gets it within a week. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it. What's happening? Owen was arrested by the police. Did you break your promise? You said if I paid you the money, you wouldn't call the police.
Oh, he's been arrested already? Oh wait, they didn't take you with him?
I was out with my baby. When I was walking home, I saw there was a police car outside of my apartment. The cops had Owen handcuffed and were putting him in the back of the cop car. I ducked away as quick as I could.
Damn, you weren't there when I came. I thought they'd get you all at once. That's too bad.
What were you planning? Why did you contact the police? I paid you the money. You're just a liar.
I never lied. I said if you paid me the money, I wouldn't call the police. That meant if you paid me the $80,000, I wouldn't call the cops. You only paid $600.
I told you I'd pay the rest in small amounts going forward. You said you weren't going to call the cops. That's why I paid you the $600.
Like I was going to believe anything you said. How many times did you betray me in the past? I had to get an official contract like a court order if I was going to believe you. That's why I made you get a cashier's check from the bank. It would be linked to you.
So you're saying you intended to call the cops from the start? Saying you didn't want me to do a bank transfer was just a lie to get me caught?
I told you, I didn't lie to you. I was serious when I said I didn't want to give my bank info or tell you my address. I just wanted to find out where you guys lived. That's why I did it this way. Sooner or later, it was going to end like this. It's been 5 years since I first reported everything to the police.
You're a liar. You're terrible. You're a swindler. I can't believe you'd go this far. Are you happy now that you've ruined our lives?
That's still not enough to make me happy. This hasn't even started to make up for what you did to me. Cheating on me, breaking my heart, and finding everything out on our wedding day. Stealing my car, stealing my life savings, and having me try to track you down for the past 5 years. You know I had to go to therapy for all this. And then you messaged me saying how great your life is with your new husband and your new baby. What were you thinking?
I don't care about all that. Those are all your problems. I don't care. I'm not going to worry about Owen either. I'm taking my baby and running away. I'm going to protect my baby. Nobody is taking her from me.
You're just gonna leave Owen like that? The guy that swept you off your feet at our wedding and carried you off into the sunset?
Shut up!
Whatever. Run away. Run away like you always do. It's just gonna make the charges against you get larger and larger. Just take your kid and run from your problems forever. I wonder how far you'll get.
You're scum. I'll never forgive you for this. I'll never let this end the way you wanted to. Remember that.
You don't have to tell me to remember. I'll never forget this. I'm really persistent, aren't I? After that, Melanie tried to take her child and run away, but she didn't have a car and didn't have any money for the bus, so the police quickly tracked her down. Honestly, I wanted to take them to court and get them put behind bars. But after thinking about it, that would force either her parents or siblings to take care of her child. I didn't want to put that burden on them. They're good people. Plus, it's not the child's fault. We were able to settle it out of court by tacking an extra amount onto what they owed me. We settled on $90,000. With the help of Melanie's parents, I was paid the amount in one lump sum. Melanie and Owen are working hard to pay back Melanie's parents. Melanie's parents run a business and are making both Melanie and Owen work for them now. I hear her parents are working them both to the bone because of the trouble they caused. As for Melanie's baby, I heard that her brother and his wife are taking care of the child. I think that was a good decision. Neither Melanie nor Owen are responsible enough to raise a child. As for me, I took a portion of the settlement and bought myself a new car. The worst part about my whole ordeal was having my new car stolen. As for now, I'm not looking to get married. I just want to enjoy driving around and being free. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time.